How's it going, Hey, ho! How's it going, everybody? Bryan Alvarez here, Wrestling Observer Live. We are here every day. I already screwed the whole thing up. We got a lot to get into here today, everybody. Boy, do we ever. Lance Storm is going to be joining us here on the show. And, well, we got to talk about Vince McMahon and Janelle Grant. Because about a half hour before this show went on the air, man, we got a bunch of new information, and I got a lot of questions. So we're going to talk about that here today on the show. Last night, of course, was AEW Dynamite. We'll go over the results of the Dynamite show. We got some shows coming up this weekend, including SmackDown Collision, and New Japan Dominion is coming up on Sunday. There's also that UFC show at the White House, which I will not be watching and or attending. But we'll give you all of the latest news on what's happening this weekend. And then we got some notes on New Japan and their new sale. The Rock had a health scare. Bret Hart and Cauliflower Alley. And a bunch of other news as well. Some of you may or may not know, I don't like to talk about things like this, but it's my birthday tomorrow. And shortly before the show, our own Jim Valley showed up at my front door. And he got a present for me. So, after we get through with the serious news, we will do the frivolity of me opening up my birthday present. And I don't want Lance to feel bad. We have something here for him as well. So, a lot of excitement here on the show today. If you want to text us, 425-780-7566, F4WOnline at gmail.com, F4W Online, Threads, Instagram, and Cameo, and at Bryan Alvarez on X and Blue Sky. A lot to get into. We'll pick it up after the break. Observer Live. Just a quick note before this free video. If you click like and subscribe, I'd be very thankful. Granny, how are you feeling?
I'm good. Set up an exercise program.
What kind of exercises are you doing?
Well, for one thing, just sitting.
I got that one down. Sounds like my exercise program.
Your exercise is just sitting.
Who was the most inspiring person you have ever met?
Granny of late.
Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah.
I got nothing better.
I'll have to say myself.
Okay. What's the best part about having a massive heart attack?
Not dying, I guess.
There you go. Good answer.
Jeez, what a question.
Which vegetable would you send to outer space for aliens to try?
Broccoli.
How do you have that so quickly?
Ridiculously fast answer.
You've thought about this before.
It was at WrestleMania, the one in Phoenix. I can't remember which one.
I gotta go. I have to sneeze.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, bye, Granny. Granny laid on the guilt trip to end all guilt trips. Sorry, I wrote. Forgot we going 30 minutes late. And then you began. Gee, thanks. 30 minutes late. Was not told. Aggravating. I guess my time doesn't mean anything. Jeez.
Wow.
Golly. You happy, Granny? You made me so angry. You're over there snickering, laughing at what you've done. God.
Good.
You're going to have a heart attack.
Anything
like
else?
Granny.
Yeah.
Goody.
Goody, she says. The news of you having a...
What
Cardiac
medication
arrest.
did they give you? To make the heart blacker? You enjoying yourself, quietly giggling over there? All right, Granny. What have you got today?
Nothing.
All right, we'll see you later.
You better have something after all that.
Liv Morgan versus Ray Ripley. Just recently.
That's the date.
You told me that you watched CM Punk and Drew and didn't watch any more of the show, but this was on the show.
I know. I watched this one. Because I wanted to see what happened with Dominic. In which Midwestern city did rapper Eminem grow up?
Detroit.
Eminem?
8 Mile.
Okay, we had a new segment, Granny reads rapper names. That's
I'm an M.
I am an M.
Eminem.
Yep.
Eminem.
Ryan Adams covered an entire Taylor Swift album. What is the name of that album?
Ryan.
1989.
Yeah.
That's the right answer, dum-dum.
Excuse me.
Okay, now I'll quit picking on Brian and go away.
Thanks, Granny. Where's our Twitter post for Observer Live here today? I haven't seen it the last couple of days. Who's responsible for that? Anyway, Lance, how's your nose?
Getting better. Still a little sore, still got stitches in it, but...
At least shaved.
I managed to shave, yeah. Well, I clean sheets, showered and shaved last night, so I wanted to get a good night's sleep my first night that I could breathe.
Wow. Well, hopefully it continues to work out for you. And hopefully it continues to work out. Oh my God, this story. There's so much going on. So today is June 11th. And 5 days from now, this Vince McMahon, Janelle Grant, the decision was going to be made by the judge about whether or not this was going to go to arbitration. And the WWE side, I think from day one, has been saying this needs to go to arbitration. It's written in the deal. Any issues with the deal, it needs to go to arbitration. And obviously the Janelle Grant side said, well, based on what happened, this should not be going to arbitration. So June 16th was the date. And it's June 11th, okay? 5 days before that, Janelle Grant, WWE, and Vince McMahon are all together in active discussions regarding an agreement to send Janelle Grant's January 2024 lawsuit to arbitration. In a new motion filed jointly by Janelle Grant, Vince McMahon, and WWE on Thursday, all parties have asked the court to cancel a scheduled hearing for June 16th so that they can focus on, quote, progressing the potential arbitration agreement. So essentially, 5 days before the decision was going to be made, Janelle Grant has decided we're going to arbitration. And so all parties are in agreement, and presumably the court is going to rule that it's going to arbitration because everyone's on the same page. Everybody wants it to go to arbitration. So that just came out about a half hour ago. And it also came out a day after Janelle Grant on her social media released a statement regarding the anonymous emails that were sent to the WWE Board of Directors in April of 2022. So what happened was, in April of 2022, an email was sent to the Board of Directors, and it had details about Vince McMahon and Janelle Grant and Vince McMahon's, various NDAs over the years. I don't remember what was in all three emails. All three emails were obviously different, but the point is, the first email got sent, and this all came out in the shareholder lawsuit. And so Nick Khan, apparently Nick Khan explained that, it's WWE, and we get emails all the time. And there are, I forget the exact term he used, but basically, these are wild emails. People threaten the lives of me and whoever else. I mean, we get emails all the time. So he said, we got the first email, and everybody was just like, okay, we get these all the time. So then a second email was sent, and the second email had Janelle Grant's name in it. And at that point, Nick Khan says, well, I knew Janelle Grant. And so at this point, he figured, okay, hold on a second. This is not some wacky email sent by some wild fan. This is like something's up here. And so then he said they got the third email, and he goes, when we got the third email, like this was as full on an investigation as we've ever done. And of course, it led to Vince left, and then Vince came back, and then Vince got the company sold, and then we had the shareholder. I mean, all of this, okay? So the 3 emails, I guess, came out in the shareholder lawsuit. And so Janelle Grant yesterday basically did a post where she said that she did not send the emails, which I think everybody knew. I don't think anybody actually thought she was the one who sent them. But she also said she was not involved in sending them, and, quote, "There is no person who knew me in life predating 2019 who could write this." And she said that reading the emails for the first time took a sledgehammer to my mental health, feel like a Taylor Swift lyric. Whenever someone caged me just to call me crazy, I am not wired to understand why someone would write them. I am trained to notice the use of splitting hairs and spin. She says a lot of what was written in the emails was not true. She said she was never living on the street. She said she never had an addiction to perks, which would be Percocet. She said she was never in rehab. And, I mean, the last 2 days, I don't even know what's going on. So, obviously, I mean, there's so much to say here. So, the reason Vince McMahon originally stopped paying Janelle Grant after they had agreed, she had signed the NDA, the whole deal. This was prior to, all of these emails going to the WWE board of directors. Vince stopped paying because when these emails showed up at WWE headquarters with information in them that was accurate, she's saying that some of this stuff was not accurate. That's fine, but other things obviously were accurate. He said that once those things showed up, obviously, well, that meant she had to have talked. And so he stopped paying. Now, as we talked about a couple of days ago, if he believed that she had broken the terms of the NDA, then he should have gone to arbitration. Instead, it's Vince, and so he's like, I'm not paying anymore. And so that's what's led to all of this, was Vince deciding, I'm not going to pay anymore. So that's always been his claim, that she must have talked. So clearly what she's saying here is I did not talk to anybody. I did not break the NDA. I didn't do anything. I don't know where these emails came from. I don't know who wrote these emails. Much of the information in the emails is wrong. And so, it does beg the question, which we may never know the answer to, who sent these emails? Because this person clearly had inside details about what happened with Janelle Grant, Vince McMahon, John Laurinaitis was mentioned in the emails. Whoever sent these emails knew something. But she is claiming, and, there were a lot of inaccuracies in the emails, which, has to be by design, right? By whoever wrote it. The emails claimed that she was 25 years old and Vince was 80 and John Laurinaitis was 70. And, all of these ages are, wildly off except Vince. I think she was 40. I think Laurinaitis was, 55 or 60 or something. Vince wasn't 80. But, there are details that are clearly wrong, but there are other details that are clearly right. But again, yesterday, she just, went on Instagram, I think it was, and just said, I had nothing to do with this. I don't know who wrote this. I would not have told anybody this. I did not tell anybody this. So that was yesterday. And then a day later, the announcement that her and Vince and WWE have all got together, and now they all want to take this to arbitration. And obviously, if it goes to arbitration, it's done. We're never going to hear about it again. We'll never hear any more details. Nothing more is going to come out. And I got more to say about that after the break, because I got questions about that as well. It's a very, very strange situation. So I'll get into that after the break. We'll get any thoughts from Lance if he has those. And that'll be that. Back in a moment, Observer Live. Just a quick note before this free video. If you click like and subscribe, I'd be very thankful. Well, we reviewed SmackDown yesterday, Tom, and you don't even get SmackDown. You're very, just, you know how you are.
Fine. Whatever. I don't care. Whatever.
That's your impression of
Yeah,
me?
that's my impression of you.
Wow.
So what are we, at least, I hope you at least watch a SmackDown main event.
I watched the entire show. of
Okay, because there's a
SmackDown.
lot of people that still like your review, Tom.
I went on the board, and I saw like 2 people.
Yeah, do you go on, you go on Twitter?
Yeah, I do go on Twitter,
You read my emails?
I do go on
The
Twitter.
text messages? I mean,
Do you go on Twitter? Because if you do,
unfortunately, yes.
you would have seen one of the greatest moments in world history.
In
take
world
place.
history, really.
World history. Frank Tate walked away the victor of the fight, but he walked away an even bigger winner when it comes to life. This man completed what I would say is the best high five, the best dap up in the history of the galaxy. This man had his dog. And when I say dog,
Barely a dog.
I mean D-O-G and D-A-W-G. This was a dog, baby. The dog was so proud. You can see just the elation in that dog's face. He threw that paw up. He let it hang for a few moments, and then he brought
Tom's
it down
not even
for the dap.
Tom's not even doing this justice. Everyone has seen a dog,
Listen.
like you put your hand out and the dog like puts his paw up to shake hands. This freaking dog goes, ah, hapa! Like, what? That was more than a high five. I don't even know what you would even term that. He dunked. He dunked that man.
30 million views on this clip. And that is about 1/10 of what it should have. So if you haven't seen it, you deserve it. Treat yourself. Go to my Twitter. Watch Frank Tate high five his dog.
No, he did not high five his dog.
The dog high
His
fived
dog
him.
high fived him. Yes. He just wanted like a, just boom. And this dog was like, no way, brother. You knock that man out. I'm going to give you a big time dunking high five from way up high. You go high five, up high, down low, too slow. This was an up high. Guy should have pulled his hand away.
It's the best thing you've ever seen.
Man, too slow, Joe. Yeah, it was pretty good. Not going to lie. I liked it. So the getting back to this Janelle Grant, Vince McMahon, and arbitration, and what presumably is going to be a gigantic settlement. I mean, this coming 5 days before this judge was going to make a ruling, I've been trying to figure out I don't know what. I got so many questions. I mean, the first question is, did she decide that arbitration was the answer? Because 5 days before a decision was going to be made, she realized, I ain't going to win this thing. I mean, the only reason I ask that is because the day before, she did say, I had nothing to do with these emails. I mean, maybe her belief is, man, they're gonna think that I did tell somebody because these emails have come out. But then the other question, if that's not what this is, let's just say that the other option is, Vince and company just decided, you know what? I ain't risking this. Let's throw some preposterous amount of money to just get this thing done, okay? Well, if that's the case, I mean, why didn't they do this a long time ago? I mean, if you look at Vince McMahon's reputation right now in June of 2026, and given how, I mean, it's not like he all of a sudden came into some money. I mean, this guy has had God only knows how much money since the day this whole thing started. Like, why didn't you do this 2 years ago? Why did you wait? I mean, think about everything that happened to Vince McMahon. He got ousted from his company. He got ousted again from his company. He got completely, like, there's no McMahons left in his company whatsoever. Got sold. He's out. He's gone. I mean, like, and you're going to wait 2 years and then decide, yeah, you know what, maybe I'll throw some money at this thing. I just cannot understand.
It's 80-year-old crazy Vince, dude.
I know, but like...
He changes his mind more than you change your hairstyle.
What is that supposed to mean? But anyway, the point is, like, it's just a very, very bizarre thing that just happened. She's decided, yeah, let's just go to arbitration. And it's like, done. So, I don't know. But any thoughts on all of this?
Well, the thing I find crazy is the constant, who could possibly send these emails. It's like, I read all of the filings when she first sued Vince and stuff, and she talks about talking to her friend in dealing with the getting to know Vince and all of the issues through the relationship, which would have been well before the NDA was signed. So it's like people knew what was going on before the NDA was ever signed. So it's not like there was some big secret where she would have had to violate the NDA in order for someone to have enough knowledge to send some email. There was people in the company that were obviously aware of the parts of the situation. And again, I think it was her friend at the apartment complex that hooked her and Vince up in the first place, that she went to with her misgivings on how things were going with Vince. So it's like people knew. So she didn't have to talk post NDA, but she talked to people before the NDA.
Well, I think that she would have had, I think the idea is she would have had to talk, because I believe in the emails that were sent to the board, I think they mentioned a payout, which would have been something that happened post NDA. So somebody, I'm actually going to try to find the...
Well, but the thing is, they were arguing back and forth trying to convince her to sign the NDA and pressuring her to sign the NDA. So if she spoke to anyone for advice before actually finally getting pressured and caving in and signing the thing, it's like they'd know.
Yeah, conceivably. I'm trying to find, there was like a... I don't know if I can find it right now. But yeah, that's... But
yeah, Vince made good decisions. He would have just paid her the final $2 million she was due, and he could have avoided all this.
Yeah, he doesn't make good decisions. I think that's abundantly clear. Lawsuits or not, he does not make good decisions. So anyway, I mean, I presume if the judge signs off on this, that's it. I don't know what that means. I don't know. I got so many questions. Like, so if they go to arbitration and, she agrees to another settlement, which presumably he has to continue paying this time, I mean, can she still, like, I know that she's big into the whole idea that, this whole thing where, like, an NDA should not protect you if there's something, sexual trafficking or whatever. And which was one of her arguments, by the way, that, like, this involves sexual trafficking, so an NDA shouldn't protect a person. I mean, will she still be able to advocate for these things after signing this settlement if it's, like, sealed and nobody can talk about anything? I mean, presumably she can, without mentioning anything that actually happened to her. I mean, that's a question, obviously. And then, the other question is, I think I'm going to try and bring this guy back. I mean, come on. We got to be kidding. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna or not, but, I'm sure in his mind he's hoping to go back to work. I don't know.
Saudi Mania.
God.
Hall of Fame or something.
Yeah, this person makes a good point. Probably not payments this time, just one lump sum.
Yeah.
That'd probably be a little bit better, would be my guess. But yeah, that is all we know as of right now. And
I believe also, too, as far as NDAs covering up sexual crimes and stuff, that's more a case of if you sign an NDA to start working somewhere and then there is sexual harassment or trafficking and so forth, then the NDA is not valid. But I think if something happened to you and then you agreed to a NDA after the fact, it's a different situation. Because obviously there's a lot of people that sign NDAs to start a job, but that can't legally cover up post abuse.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one way or the other, it's, I don't know. Kind of depressing news today, but that's what's happened. I mean, should we do a complete 180 and open a birthday present? I mean,
sure,
which
open
other
your
way to
birthday
go?
present, brother.
All right. Well, it is my birthday tomorrow. I'll be 100 years old. And Jim Valley stopped by today, and he brought a gift for me right here. But you know what? You know what else, Lance? He brought something for you.
Sort of.
What do you mean, sort of?
Well, if it's what I think it is, it's sort of for me.
Talking about this little guy?
Yeah, I think he wants me to sign an action figure that he got.
It's the Lance Storm Bowling.
That's my trademark left forearm smash.
That's a left forearm smash?
That's what the box says.
Look at the hand. Looks like you're going to grab somebody in the junk. What is that? What is that?
You could forearm someone in the junk.
And only one arm does it.
Well, the left.
Did you get paid for this, by the way?
No, I got a case of them though.
So when somebody bought this, you didn't get like a royalties?
From ECW, no.
Oh, is that where this is from?
That's the original ECW action figure, yeah.
Oh, so this is not WWE.
Which was great detail, right down to the elbow brace and everything.
I mean, the body is ridiculous. I mean, it looks nothing like yours, but the head, it does look like. Was it Sam the Owl in the Muppets? Was it? What was the owl's name?
Sam the Eagle.
Sam the Eagle. Yeah, he was an eagle, right? You look like Sam the Eagle here.
There you go.
All right. Well, anyway, that's what Jim Valley got you, Lance. But he's going to stay here. Maybe he'll be over there by that Bigfoot. Is that where I should put him?
Perfect, yes.
Let's see if he stands. He'll last there for a couple minutes.
I actually have the figure that we used in the commercial back in ECW where like Rob Van Dam, Jerry, and I were playing with the action figures for the commercial. I have the one we used in the commercial.
Really?
Yeah.
How about that? Well, let's see what he got me. That's the important thing.
Mm-hmm. Bright yellow
What do you think it
wrapping
could be?
paper. WWE something. WWF something. Wow.
Oh, of course, it has to do with water. WWF Action Sprinkler.
The Aqua Attack.
The Aqua Attack Action Sprinkler. It appears to be a 4-foot-tall, stone-cold Steve Austin Aqua Attack Action Sprinkler. I'm not making this up, guys. Maybe this is a wrong day. 4 feet of awesome wet fun.
Is that you or the gift?
Huh.
We need video of you out playing with your Aqua Attack.
If I can get the kids to go on the Aqua Attack, I will put video up for my ex-subscribers. Without question. Action Attack, Action Sprinkler, Aqua Attack. Well, Jim Valley knows me. I mean, there's nothing I hate more than an Aqua Attack. And here we go. It does add at the bottom, caution, this is not a life-saving device. To avoid serious injury, use only with adult supervision, and do not leave child unattended. Oh, look, there's a collectible action shot. It's like you can cut out and collect them, like trading cards. Yeah, look at that. More water action than ever. Thank you, Jim Valley. I do appreciate it.
What more could you ask for? Happy birthday, Mr. Alvarez.
Yeah, I mean, what's the sprinkler part of it? It just looks like an inflatable. Does it actually spray water?
It probably has holes in it, so you attach it to the hose, the water fills it up, and it sprays everywhere. Who knows?
I see. How about that?
Well, you know what you're doing this weekend.
Actually, I am. It's going to be 90. My actual birthday party is Sunday. It's going to be like 90 degrees. So I'll bring this over and I'll set it up and the kids can party at my party. Back in a moment, everybody. Observer Live. Just a quick note before this free video. If you click like and subscribe, I'd be very thankful. Jared, put old Granny on. Let's see what she's up to. Oh, man, she's doing something. Oh, Lord.
She's trying to plug in the box, Brian.
Granny can't connect. And so I call her on the phone, and she alerts us that she apparently knocked the box off her desk. Whatever's happening right there, that doesn't look good. She knocked down the camera now? What's going on?
She's got a hold of the camera, I think.
She's okay. Well, we've got the ceiling at least. There's the box. Hey, we got the box, Jared. Does it look like it's plugged in?
No.
It's definitely not on.
No.
Okay. That's her back, I believe. She appears to be doing something.
Apparently yoga.
That's her hair. Are we sure that's not Ric Flair? Now she's got to find the phone, too.
Think anyone's going to still subscribe after the show?
I hope we get a bunch of video signups. This is interesting.
Is it now?
Oh, man, we can almost see the front of the tie line to see if it's on. But we can't. We can only see the side of it, as well as a flashlight and dice. I don't know why there are dice there.
Well, you never know when you're going to play dice in the dark.
She's still doing something.
That's good radio, boss.
Show that again, what's she doing?
You know what's a good show is the Big VDV show.
Is it?
I reviewed Poet Armenia 2025.
She might be tying her shoe or something.
Ed and
down
San
there.
Antonio show.
Granny is furiously doing something. It's possible that we should sabotage the box every week.
No!
So that she can, get up and down, like Roddy Piper once said. No, I know. I'm calling you. Phone. I'm calling you. Oh, my God. How are you?
I'm exhausted. Oh, I want to tell Vinny I watched his show today.
Thank you, Granny. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good.
Good. That sounded very sincere.
Stunning review. Well,
Anyway.
can we please make that into a commercial, Jared, for Vinny's show? Apple Podcast carries every podcast that we produce.
Oh, I want to tell Vinny I watched his show today.
Thank you, Granny. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good.
Good.
So check it out, f4wonline.com/Apple. Try your free trial today. What is happening here? Yes, Granny?
I don't care if it's show or what. My computer went out and I can't fix it.
Okay. Jared, can you fix Granny's computer?
But he tried to get a pin.
I am Steve.
Brian, what are you doing?
Now my child is sending me a voice message.
Steve, chicken jockey.
Back in the show, Bryan Alvarez here, Wrestling Observer Live. Lance is joining us here today. Bret Hart is going to be honored at Cauliflower Alley. He will receive the 2026 Lou Thez Award, which is the organization's highest honor, given to someone who exemplifies technical brilliance. Where's my award?
I think Brett ranks at least one or two spots ahead.
Brother is a pro wrestler, but I'm a freaking black belt. Come on. This is all about technical brilliance. Where's my award? That's my take on this story.
It's got to be about
That's
you,
my
Brett.
take. You hear that, Brett?
Who's this Bret Hart guy?
Yeah, who's this guy? Who'd he ever beat? He ever beat you?
No, I never wrestled.
Ah!
Unfortunately.
Because I beat you.
No, you didn't.
That would have given me a chance. Let's see. Who? I beat you. You
No,
beat
you didn't.
The Rock? The Rock had to have beaten Bret Hart, right? No, he probably didn't, actually.
I do hold a count-out win over The Rock.
No, yeah, you've beaten The Rock. That's my point.
Mm-hmm.
You had to have beaten somebody that beat Brett. That puts me at the top of this pyramid here.
Wow, you're stretching, brother.
Right? I
Can we
mean,
not
come
just
on.
say congratulations to Bret Hart as a very deserving...
Yeah, of course
pro
it is. We
wrestler.
don't need to say that. Of course. Look, actually, honestly, if we're being honest, if we're being honest here, okay, when I first heard this story, I was like, he hasn't got this yet? What the heck took so long? It took till 2026 to give Brett the Luthez Award. I mean, come on. Anyway, congratulations to Brett. He actually does deserve it more than me. Okay. Should we talk about Dynamite? What did you think of this show?
I liked a lot of the wrestling. There's the one logic loophole that drove me insane.
Oh, what's that?
The
What's
fact
Bond?
that we're having a 6 versus 6 steel cage match to determine whether Mark Briscoe gets a title shot.
Yeah.
And MJF, to avoid giving Mark Briscoe a title shot, is paying Don Callis a incredibly large amount of money and giving the TNT champion Kevin Knight a title shot.
Correct.
So apparently he thinks Kevin Knight, who's the TNT champion, is nowhere near as good as Mark Briscoe.
Well,
who
that is
isn't a champion.
correct, Lance, because actually in storyline, Mark Briscoe has beaten MJF. And so MJF is afraid to face a guy who actually has beaten him, whereas Kevin Knight has not. He's a cocky champion.
But even still, we're determining whether Mark gets a title shot with a 12-man steel cage match.
I was all for the 12-man match until they announced it was going to be in a cage. It's kind of one of those things. I'm not one of those guys that says, you have to be a worker to, book a wrestling company or whatever. Because, Vince McMahon, whatever you want to say about Vince today, as a booker and a promoter, he was quite successful for a long time before he ever stepped into the ring. And then when he did step into the ring, he freaking sucked. So it's not like... But anyway, I'm not one of those people that says that at all. But every now and then Tony will do something, and I was like, you were never a wrestler. You're putting 12 dudes, not in 2 cages. This is not War Games, everybody. This is 1 cage. And granted, it's going to be a pretty big cage, but still, there's 12 human beings in a company... Yeah, in a company where you want to see big moves and fly and everything like that, that's what the AW audience expects. You're putting them all in a small, confined space. What?
If they're all in there and legal at the same time, it'll be impossible to shoot. I feel sorry for...
Oh, that's what they're going to try and do. That's what they're going to try and do.
Unless it, they would have said if it was blood and guts, because at least then you got the intervals and stuff. But if it's just...
No, it's just 12 guys are going to get in a cage together.
And fight, and it'll be impossible to shoot, and we'll miss half the stuff.
Well, then Yeti Pie goes, they'll escape in 2 seconds. Yeah, they probably will. In which case, why are we doing a cage match? Why didn't we just do it's a 12-person anything goes match? That would have been the easier idea here.
Where the easy idea would just be do a title eliminator, which is a established way by which to determine who gets title shots, rather than a match where 2 people that have nothing to do with the title match could determine the finish.
So then we have, it opened up with a Tony Schiavone interviewing Ciampa, and then Jericho came out, and they went back and forth for a while. And I think there was too much comedy in this particular segment here. Tommaso Ciampa is the psycho killer, and Jericho spent 10 minutes calling him Tommy, and they were doing Tommy jokes, and...
Tommy's
mommy. This felt like a WWE thing from 2004. And to their credit, it got serious at the end. Jericho dropped the shtick and then said, this is, I'm not joking here. You left me laying, you don't like me, and you came out to a lot of fanfare, but you weren't the big fish you thought you were. You're an angry man. And he threatened to shove something somewhere bad, and then they got in a big brawl, and all these geeks came down to break it up. But I think the comedy part of this went way too long. As did apparently a lot of fans. This was quite a hated segment on social media. They announced, oh my God, this whole Sarray thing. I want to make this clear, guys.
Even the pinch hitter didn't end up wrestling.
Well, here's the thing. I think that in the end, Maya World replacing Sarray and getting the win, it was great because Maya World's brother... apparently, I guess the story is like his car broke down and he was, standing there outside his car and someone just drove by and ran him over.
Wow.
And he passed away. And so this happened very recently. The link to the GoFundMe is up on my X if you want to donate. And so her like getting this match this week, getting the big win. I mean, it was great. Okay, that was great. But like the Sarray thing, the Sarray aspect of like this is unrelated to what happened to Maya World's brother. The Sarray thing is just one of these weird things that, like, how does this happen? Before she was even announced for this tournament, it was known that she had a bad neck. She then gets announced for the tournament, and, like, it was like the next day, she went online and goes, I will be stepping away from the business for at least a month because of my neck. And it was like, well, why was she announced for the tournament? And then I confirmed, like, is this match actually happening in the tournament? And the answer was yes. Every match that was announced for the tournament is going to be taking place in the tournament. And then, she doesn't wrestle. And then on, like, Monday, we read the article on this show where, like, Tokyo Sports interviewed her. And she said, well, I probably shouldn't be doing this. My neck is not, And then Masa Chono, I guess, who had done the interview, was like, you should not do this match. And, like, we were joking about it. Like, why is she doing this match? She says her neck is bad. Chono's telling her not to wrestle. We've known her neck is bad. Like, what's going on? And then on Wednesday, Tony Khan says, due to unforeseen circumstances, she's off the show. I was like, what part of this was unforeseen? What part of this do we not know for over a month now? So she's out of the tournament. And yes, she flew to America and,
But even announced who would replace her if she couldn't, and that's not what happened.
Well, it's not what happened, but on that one, I'm fine with it because Maya World, it was a much better story with her doing it. So, but this whole Sarray thing, like, why was she even put in this tournament in the first place? What is happening? So anyway, she's out of the tournament. We had Jon Moxley, Shane Taylor, Continental title match, and there was a lot on this show where Excalibur had to keep going, this is a story that's been taking place on Collision. So they do the match. Jon Moxley beats the guy via submission to then have the guy attack Jon Moxley. His crew attacks the Death Riders, and now we're going to do the match again. We're going to have a street fight on Collision. It would be nice if, like, Shane Taylor Promotions had gotten a win over anybody, but they've just been beaten like drums. But you know what? The matches are good, right?
Yep.
The Don Callis promo, and Darby returned and attacked Kevin Knight and ran for his life. So he is returned. I thought he was going to get more time off, but apparently not.
Brother don't need to heal.
What a stupid thing for me to think. Mark Briscoe and Pac. As much as I complain about certain things in AEW, there are other things where, like, I saw fans on the internet going, man, it was like 50-50 to me until the finish. I was like, what? Why did you think there was any chance that Pac was going to win this match? Mark Briscoe is trying to get a championship match. So obviously Mark Briscoe won. It was a good match. And then that's when he cut the promo. Max came out, said, you're not getting a title shot. And so they did the beatdown gimmick. And then Mark Briscoe just announces Team Max versus Team Briscoe. If my team wins, I get a title shot. 12-person steel cage match. In the main event, by the way, of Forbidden Door. So that's that.
Mm-hmm.
Andrade beat Orange Cassidy. Thought it was a good match. Thought they could have probably had a better match. Thought part of it probably was the crowd. There were only about 1,200 people in the building. And, man, it sounded like it. I don't know why they chose to run this building, but they did. And it did hurt the ambiance of the show a lot. And Andrade won, hit the DM after the back elbow, and he still wants his title shot as well.
At least there's a lot of people wanting title shots. I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah, everybody wants the belt. We had the Sky Blue Maya World matches noted, which Maya World won, so she goes on to the semifinals against Athena. And my presumption is the finals are, once again, Mercedes and Athena. But I guess they could. I guess they could mix it up somehow. But obviously this was not the planned finale because Mercedes was never going to be in the tournament. But we've had injuries and replacements and all sorts of stuff, and so I think that's probably where they're going to end up here. They announced Kenny Omega's Zack Sabre Jr. Forbidden Door. And then we had Brody and Swerve, Owen Hart semifinal match. And again, I thought this was a very good match, but I mean, they had way outer crowds at Defy. So I think that, they got a good reaction, but, if you've been watching a lot of really any promotion of late, we've had some hot crowds, and this was really not one of them. But in the end, Nana ended up clobbering Brody with the ring bell. Swerve hit a vertebreaker, got the pin. And if you have limited time, watch the second hour of this show. The second hour was miles better than the first. I don't even know what happened, but it was like, second hour was a hotter crowd than the first somehow. And the matches were pretty much good up and down the show. But if you want the ambiance, that would have been that. And then they've got Collision being taped tonight, as well as the second half. Think about this. Ring of Honor Global Wars is so long that they had to tape it over 2 days. We're getting the second half of Global Wars tonight, as well as the Young Bucks versus the Dogs, Kenny Omega and Bad Dude Tito, Death Riders versus Shane Taylor Promotions, and Julia Hart and Persephone TBS title Survival of the Fittest. And for those of you wondering, like, what in the heck happened with the Young Bucks and the Dogs? Well, apparently the Young Bucks and the Dogs was always going to take place on Collision. But for reasons unknown, and they're really not unknown, it's because it's just Tony's company always has things like this. They put on Twitter a lineup for Wednesday, okay? And they also had the Young Bucks Dogs match on that lineup, except under that match they had in small letters Saturday. Why? Why? Because that's what they do.
To sell tickets.
So anyway, back in a moment, Observer Live. Just a quick note before this free video. If you click like and subscribe, I'd be very thankful. What was up with this week? Everyone thinking Monday was Tuesday.
Well, that was just
Everyone?
you, sir.
Yeah, well, I mean, when it happened, it was like I got all these people that were messaging me going, my God, I thought it was Tuesday too today. It was like something happened with like the moon or something, and it caused everybody to think that Monday was Tuesday. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like, God, am I losing it?
Yes.
Have you ever lost something and gave up all hope before finding it in an obvious place?
Yeah, my mind. I went to go make her the quesadilla, and I opened up the pantry, and there's no tortillas. I looked down on the ground, and there's the package that they used to be in, but there's no tortillas. So I call Hanale over, and she says, well, I didn't know how to close the bag.
Uh-oh.
So I put them all in a box of light bulbs. I said, why did you put them in a box with light bulbs? Swear to God, she goes, if that box is good enough for light bulbs, it's good enough for tortillas. And I said, no, that's not worse. I open the box, these tortillas are hard as a rock.
She is so your daughter.
Crumbling to dust.
It's insane.
God.
I lost my wallet at the Alamo Dome. The next day, I got a call from an usher that he found it. When I met up with him, everything was still in it. He refused to accept any money from me.
Wow.
Wow. I once lost my wallet in El Segundo.
Lantian says Big Dave's sanity.
Wow.
Well, I mean, he found it then. It's right there. It was never lost.
99% of the time, no matter where I park, I always know exactly where it is. But there's always that 1% of the time where is my car?
Dude.
And it's like in a bizarre place. Like, what was going on? All right, Granny, what do we got?
We need to buy you a machine that you speak into, and it converts your voice into text.
Oh, my God.
So you don't have to write it down anymore.
Absolutely not.
And then I think even better, we put that text into a text-to-voice app and have it read her.
Oh, my God.
Whatever. Stacy Keebler, her and Tori had a eggnog fight. Just a minute here.
Okay.
Looks my page.
Then he
I
looks
decided to
completely depressed over there.
Take something from down below.
Mind your own business.
They're like,
Ray Kinsella builds a baseball field
Field
on
of
his
Dreams. Kevin Costner.
Baseball.
James Earl Jones.
If you build it, they will come.
Iowa.
Oh, all right.
You didn't let me finish the question, Brian.
She's right.
Oh, she yells at me. Ready to turn this Aqua Attack action sprinkler right now. I had to open the window. The neighbors are going to have to hear the last few minutes of this show. It's too hot. Sick of this heat, Lance. You know what else I'm sick of is you making comments about my hair.
Well, not like you can make fun of mine.
Exactly. You're bald, and you're making fun of my hair? What are you doing here, brother? Do I need to get that? Where's that action figure? Look at that haircut. You remember your rat tail? Who are you to make fun of my haircut? Jiminy Christmas. What's on TNA tonight?
Mike Santana defends the world title against Eric Young. Mustafa Ali defends the international title against Casey Navarro. We've got a women's trios match, Elegance Brand versus Rosemary, Ali, and Mara Sade. We have Eddie Edwards and Cedric Alexander in a tag match against Leon Slater and Fabian Eichner. We will hear from The Righteous, and there's one other match that is escaping me at the moment.
Is it actually tonight, or is it going to be on next week's show, but you've got today's...
No, I didn't watch next week's yet purposely so that I wouldn't screw it up. This is tonight.
All right. Well, anyway, we're going to wrap it up, everybody. There's going to be a replay on Friday. I will be unavailable, and
He'll be using that sprinkler.
I may be using that sprinkler. Actually, I'm actually going on a field day right now. Think about that. I'm going to be baking like a potato. So anyway, it'll be a replay tomorrow. We'll be back on Monday with more, and of course, we'll have a Brian and Vinny show tonight for subscribers, AEW NXT, and shows this weekend as well. So a lot of stuff for subscribers. Check it out, everybody. And that's it. We'll talk to you again after a while.